Hey, this is Greg Merrick again, and this is going to be my Hulldown tactics tutorial. Although perhaps not the perfect display of what Hulldown means. This is this being a higher tier match. This is a tier 10 match. Plenty of tier 10s to deal with, and most of the rest of the team are tier 9s. I'm playing my T34 American Premium tank, very similar to the tier 7 T29 in appearance, in armor. The only difference is this gun does more damage at a 400 average. It's much more accurate. I believe it's .34, and it's just a horrible aim time. I advise people getting a gun layering drive. I actually do not believe I have one for this replay. But let's look at the teams here. We've got a very nearly 50-50 match here. They do have an exceptional AMX-50B player. We'll see how he does. On our team, nobody really sticks out as a fantastic player, and nobody sticks out as incredibly terrible, at least nobody important. So let's go ahead and proceed, see how this match turns out. Now my idea here is the objective is in the obviously in the center of the map, if you can see my reticle. And it's surrounded by hills. And what is Hulldown tactics if not fighting on hills? So I'm making a beeline for these hills. The speed downhill for this, I believe, is a 35. 35 is the speed limit for the T34. Doesn't do too bad downhill. Uphill, you run into some issues. Luckily, if you find a good spot, you don't have to move too terribly far from it. Looks like we've got a good dispersion of tanks here. We have some very solid American tanks over here in our flank, the T110, E5, and E4. They'll do a good job of holding that flank. Now I'm thinking I might have a shot in this KV-4, especially since this British tank took a shot at him. This is a fairly accurate gun. It just takes a long time to aim, and I shot a little bit early, aiming for the command cupola of that KV-4, which I know I can pin with this tank. Now, I know that tank is still there, probably in the same position. I'll go ahead and fire again. We'll see if that hits a little bit later. That shot hits a little bit later. Now, I'm a little bit exposed here, but I'm hoping I can get a shot on this Lorraine, but he doesn't expose himself. So I want to get on the other side of this ridge, because I know there are enemy tanks. If you can see my reticle, my cursor, I know there are enemy tanks here. So I don't want to be in this fire line. I want to get behind this ridge line here. Now what Hulldown means, if I pause it, is if I were to look over this hill, you can see my tank's gun is down traversing here to give me aimed shots at tanks potentially on the other side of this ridge. So when the enemy sees you, all they can see, with any luck, is the top of your tank. This isn't the best angle. I'll try to get another one here in a minute. Again, the T34. Hey, look, it looks like he's mysteriously missing around. Oh, he's only missing 200 health. He was not hit by me. Trying again to get the line on this shot. It's very small. Is that Lorraine exposed yet? Yes, he is. I'll take these shots all day. Got to lead just a little bit. Very solid hit. 419. The random number generator is treating me well today, so far. Now let's see about this KV-4. Nothing coming up yet. Oh, been spotted. Got to get this hull behind this hill. Hull's got paper thin armor, but that front of my turret, that whole section in the front of my turret, as you can see right there, that's all armor. That's what I want my enemy to hit if they're going to hit anything at all. I know that KV-4 is out here somewhere. I know they're advancing up on this line over here. Give these the few tanks we have on that east line some support. KV-4 again. Very little am I able to shoot at here. I think I'm lining up as his gun, but I don't have any other shots to take. I'll take what I can get. Now this FV-183, British heavy, I believe. Good 433, a good RNG's treating me good again. See if we can finish him off. There we go. One tier 10 tank down. About 3 more to go. Now my team's doing very well. They've held their lines really well in this match. I'm not having to make up for any deficits. I'm just doing my job, which is to deal damage, stay hull down. And I'm low tier as well, so I'm not putting myself in too many dangerous positions, because these tier 10 TDs, this Jagdpanzer E100, the E100 itself, Jagd Tiger loaded premium rounds, or the AMX 50B with premium rounds could potentially even penetrate the front of my turret here. Trying to get an aim shot. The Centurion hit the hill. There are no perfect shots, I guess. The Centurion is another hill fighter. The C50 is going to have to pick his shots a little bit more, because he's not going to have the kind of down traverse me and the Centurion do. Centurion's definitely doing his job as well. He's got 2 kills as a tier 9 tank in a tier 10 match. Then again, his gun's going to be a little more successful than mine. Ricocheted off his turret. Like I said, these hill fighters, they tend to have very nice turrets. I could have tried to shoot a little higher on the Centurion turret, but the gun wasn't acting that accurate at the time. I'm going to try to get a shot on this 50B player, because I know he's an exceptional player. Snap a shot, hit the hill. RNG isn't treating me so well now. Luckily, I got 2 track hits in that KV4 shooting HE at me. Who knows why? Maybe, just maybe, I can luck out with a shot in Centurion. Yep. 440, another lucky roll. Now, KV4 is primarily the one who's been shooting at me, but I actually got hit by that Jagd Tiger this time as well. Got to keep an eye out for him. Trying to keep, again, the body of my tank either hidden behind rocks or hidden behind hill. Oh, TD. Again, not quite making these snap shots the way I'd like. Just because your cursor's over the target doesn't mean that's where it's going to hit. See if I can line up another shot. He lit up for just a moment, but I wanted to make sure not to miss this time. Now I'm just trying to light up a little piece of his tank. It hasn't happened yet. I'm waiting to see if he'll roll back after all these hits, but he must have been tracked, so he stayed where he was. Now they're getting awfully close to capping here, so I'm going to go ahead and risk it. I get tracked. I'm going to go ahead and fix my track and roll forward. Luckily, I was hit by the KV4 this time and not the Jagd Tiger. E50 hits me. I want to make sure to hit this E50. Shoot the side armor. Took him out with the help of a friend. Alright, this E100 looks like he might crest this hill. And I think I'll load just in time. Shoot the underbelly. Not a whole lot of chance of missing that. Now he's charging me. I drive forward. Now I drove forward, so he would, hopefully, I knew his turret would turn fairly slowly. He shot the ground right behind me. I don't know. Let's see how good of a player that E100 guy was. Oh, he was pretty awful, actually. 370 rating. Oh, well. I'd like to think I outplayed him. But I guess it's not hard to outplay somebody with that rating. Now I'm trying to get, I feel like the match is getting well within hand now. I'm going to try to get a shot in this AMX, and of course I'm blasted by the Centurion on a YOLO. You only live once, right? Apparently that wasn't enough for me. But he was killed. And now I'm trying to find an interesting person to follow. This being a Hulldown tactics tutorial, though, we'll go ahead and we'll try to follow the T30. And I will do so in just a minute. Now this T30, what he's doing here is, you can see he's using the dead body of this tank to shield him from enemies in the west. And if you look at the mini-map, there's a Jagdpanzer E100 who was just spotted down here at G1. So he's putting this tank between him and G1. Now he's totally blocking himself right now. He's got his entire turret. Now this is not perfect hull down, because he can't even shoot past this turret. But the thing is, he can still spot past the turret, because if you look out here at a little bit of a distance, you can still see his command cupola. You will spot people using this command cupola. So having not lit anybody up, he's just protecting himself, which is just fine. And now, what does he do? He backs up to where he can just barely shoot over the enemy tank. And he's got a perfect shot line on the Jagdpanzer E100. But what is he offering? He's offering extremely thick turret armor, and that's it. That's all he's got. If the Jagdpanzer E100 is very lucky, he can shoot this command cupola, but at that range, even with the Jagdpanzer E100's fairly accurate gun, it's very slim chance of him striking that command cupola. Shot on. I believe he set him on fire, and an automatic fire extinguisher extinguished that fire. Now I'm letting him know that this light tank is going to come over this hill and potentially YOLO again and try to take out the T-30. And that was probably his plan before the T34 U1 changed his mind. The T34 U1 is trying to close on that Jagdpanzer U100. And still held down with this T-30. Very, very similar yet again to the T-34, to the T-29. Not a whole lot of variation in these Tier 8 and 9 American tanks, it seems. It's just exactly the same chassis, exactly the same turret as the stock T-29 and the T-34. And that's it. So, I ended up doing 2,100 damage in a Tier 10 match. I guess you can't expect too terribly much, but I damaged the E100 after an E50 after sacrificing myself a little bit. And that Centurion, another hill fighter, did extremely well in this match. He ended up killing 3 men, 3 other tanks in this match, and we ended up getting some shots in the Lorraine and the FV-115, FV-215 on the other hill. All right, well. Hopefully that helps you with your with your hull down tactics, and I'll see you next time.